watching the news. I'm Gargi Rawat and our big focus today is on the senseless tragedy in Mumbai, a massive illegal billboard crushing 14. Radhika will join us with all the latest developments.
Certainly, Gargi, this incident has left the entire nation shocked and every Mumbaiker certainly shocked. In fact, a hoarding collapse happening in a crowded area is something that is unheard of as a result of bad weather, leading to loss of lives of 14 people and several still admitted in the hospital. We are getting you all the ground details, all the ground reports in the next 10 minutes. But first, let's get you the headlines.
Thanks so much for that, Radhika. Yes, let's take a look at the headlines. 14 people dead in the Mumbai billboard tragedy. This illegal, massive billboard crushing 14. But now agencies pass the buck. The municipality blames the railway police, who say the Mumbai police commissioner gave permission. Meanwhile, the agency owner, a repeat offender, is on the run. 14 families deal with the tragedy now of losing a loved one. They share their ordeal with NDTV. Say the 5 lakh compensation announced by the Chief Minister is not enough as they have lost their sole breadwinner. The Aam Aadmi Party will be made an accused in the alleged liquor policy scam case. The probe agency tells the High Court the first time a political party will be made an accused. Already 3 top leaders of the AAP are accused in the case. And after an Aarti and a Puja, mega show of strength as the Prime Minister files his nomination for the 3rd time, top NDA leaders accompany the Prime Minister in Banaras. All right, it's now over to Radhika for all the latest on the Mumbai billboard tragedy.
That's right. Over the last 24 hours, we spoke to and questioned several within the BMC, within the railways, to understand who gave permission to this illegal hoarding. In fact, we unearthed several documents and materials to understand this. There is a passing of the buck happening here. Of course, BMC said it is the railways, it is the railway police that had in fact granted that permission sometime in 2021, as a result of which this tragedy in fact took place. Of course, the railways on its part issued just a press release saying that yes, it was actually the railway police under the commissionerate in 2021 that gave this permission, and post which of course this tragedy did happen. However, an inquiry has been set up. But the railway is also going on to say at the same time that it was the onus and the responsibility of the ad agency to ensure that there was no damage. Of course, we did speak to several officials and several family members of the victims. Let's get you this report that we filed. A blinding dust storm that led to a fatal crash. This 100 feet tall massive hoarding crashed in Mumbai, striking a deadly blow to the families of 14 people who died in the hoarding collapse. The permissible limit for hoardings is 40 feet. Amidst a sudden dust storm and rain, at least 100 people found themselves trapped in the chaos. Shockingly, the hoarding was illegal. There was no civic body permission for it. The civic body claims they have objected to railway police not seeking permission for putting up hoardings on their land and have now ordered an audit post the tragedy.
इसमें देखिए बीएमसी ने उस होर्डिंग के लिए और बाकी बहुत सारी होर्डिंग के लिए बीएमसी का परमिशन नहीं लिया जा रहा है. इसमें किसने प्रक्रिया फॉलो नहीं की, कहाँ पे कुछ लैप्स हो गई, उसका डिटेल इंक्वायरी होगी और जो भी इसमें दोषी है उनके ऊपर कठोर से कठोर कार्रवाई होगी.
The railway police have claimed in a statement that they had started the process of removing the illegal hoardings, but before they could complete their work, it was too late. Police have filed a case of culpable homicide against the ad agency owner, who is a known history sheeter and had even been booked in rape case earlier this year. But while authorities are busy passing the buck, these families seek answers. Many of the deceased were sole breadwinners in their families.
5 लाख जाहिर करके कुछ होता है क्या? और 5 लाख जाहिर करने के बाद उसको भी 6-7 महीना जाएगा, उसका भी कुछ प्रोसीजर है। और वो बोर्ड 40/40 का परमिशन था, फिर भी 120 कैसा परमिशन किधर से मिला? और इतना होल्डिंग का पूरा पेट्रोल पंप झक गया है, इतना बड़ा होल्डिंग है वो। और होल्डिंग ने और सरकार ने कुछ जो इतना मौत हो गई उनके फैमिली का 5 लाख देके कुछ होगा नहीं है।
As history sheeter Bhavesh faces charges, no accountability has been pinned on civic, railway or government official. The recurring question remains, where does accountability and responsibility lie when negligence costs innocent lives? With video journalist Bijoy, this is Radhika Ramaswamy for NDTV. In fact, in such tragic times, there are human stories that actually stand out. 14 people dead and many others injured, many still getting treatment in the hospital. In fact, I am standing with the relative of one such victim who unfortunately passed away in this tragic incident. He was a 23-year-old man, Sachin, who passed away yesterday. आप ये बताइए, ये हादसा कैसे हुआ? कल शाम को हुआ था और उनके बॉडी कब निकाली गई? आप पूरा डिटेल्स में बताइए।
कल
4 बजे के लगभग आया।
4 बजे शाम को जब भी हुआ तो फिर 4 बजे से हम लोग को मालूम पड़ा 8 बजे रात को, तो मालूम पड़ा तो हम लोग ने कॉल किया तो कॉल 10 बजे तक चालू था। उसके बाद से फिर हम लोग वहाँ पे पहुँचे 11 बजे, रात को 11 बजे जब भी वहाँ हम पहुँचे तो मालूम पड़ रहा है कि भाई पुलिस जाने नहीं दे रही थी वहाँ पे। फिर थोड़ा टाइम इधर उधर घूमने के बाद मालूम पड़ रहा है
उधर काम करते थे ना?
जी हाँ, वहाँ पे ऑलरेडी पेट्रोल पंप पे ऑन ड्यूटी पे ही था, दिन भर घर पे था, शाम को ड्यूटी पे चढ़ा था। तो फिर वहाँ पे मालूम पड़ता है कि भाई यहाँ से दूर रहो, जिसका भी बॉडी जा रहा है उसको दिखाया जा रहा है। हम लोग को रात को 2 बजे प्रशासन ने हटा दिया वहाँ से। 2 बजे हटाया तो हम लोग ने घर पे आ गए। तो कुछ 2 जन ने वहाँ रुके थे तो मालूम पड़ा भाई कभी भरोसा क्या है कि कभी भी निकल जाएंगे। तो सुबह 4 बजे बॉडी को निकाले हमारी, 4 बजे जी। अगर उसके पहले निकाला गया होता तो बॉडी क्या मतलब बच्चा जिंदा था, वो बचने का 100% चांस था उसमें।
और आपको ये तो पता ही होगा कि जो होर्डिंग था वो इलीगल था।
यस मैडम, वो पंप वाले को भी पता है कि वो होर्डिंग अनलीगल था और उसके ऊपर कार्रवाई की जाए। और पंप वाले को पता था और केस भी कुछ ऐसा सुनने में आ रहा है कि चल रहा था होर्डिंग का कि अनलीगल है, इसको हटाया जाए।
इतनी बड़ी
जी, होर्डिंग के ओनर के अगेंस्ट एफआईआर किया है, लेकिन आपको लगता है रेलवेज, बीएमसी, स्टेट गवर्नमेंट के ऑफिशियल्स के भी अगेंस्ट होना चाहिए? क्योंकि उनके परमिशन से ही।
हाँ, होना चाहिए मैडम, क्यों नहीं होना चाहिए? बगैर उनके परमिशन का क्यों कैसा होर्डिंग लगेगा? ये सब होना चाहिए। हाँ,
तो आपके क्या डिमांड्स है अभी?
हमारे डिमांड्स यही है कि जो दिया जा रहा है जो भी उनको मिले। जैसे आम पब्लिक मरी है तो ठीक है, साथ में ये वो भी बंदा है, मगर उनका डिमांड यही है कि जितना भी सरकार की तरफ से हो, उसको 4 महीने का बच्चा है, वो बच्चे को 23 साल का लड़का है, अकेला कमाने वाला शख्स था घर में वो, और 2 भाई उसके छोटे छोटे। माँ बाप का तो फिर जान ही रहे हैं आज के समय में क्या चल रहा है। पापा उसके रहते कमाने वाले, वो भी थोड़ा एज वाले हो गए हैं, मगर अकेला खर्चा चलाने वाला है। और वही आदमी एक्सपायर हुआ है जो उसके नीचे दब के मरा, ऑन ड्यूटी मरा है। वो भी ड्यूटी पे चढ़ा उसने, शाम को 3 बजे चढ़ा और 5:30-6 बजे का ये दुर्घटना है। सुबह 4 बजे लाश को मिला उसको।
आप क्या एक्शन अभी डिमांड करेंगे? ऐसे बहुत और भी 13 लोग हैं जिसकी डेथ हुई।
मैं मैडम ये अपील करूँगा कि अच्छी से अच्छी उनकी मदद की जाए सरकार की तरफ से, और जो जितनी मदद हो सके और उनकी मदद करें। अभी तो दुख की घड़ी है ये, जो बच्चा अपने बाप को नहीं पहचान पाया, 3 महीने का बच्चा, औरत के ऊपर क्या बीतती होगी। हम लोग तो अभी दुख की घड़ी में हैं, तो अभी हम कुछ नहीं बोल सकते कि क्या हम अपील करेंगे क्या नहीं, क्योंकि हमारे ऊपर बहुत बड़ी दिक्कत आ गई है। और अभी बॉडी हम लोग को मिल जाएगी, हम लोग उसका क्रियाक्रम करेंगे, उसके बाद क्या होगा वो आगे सोचेंगे।
और कुछ आप सरकार से कहना चाहेंगे?
सरकार से यही कहना चाहेंगे मैम साहब कि जो भी उसका रहे वो तो है ही नहीं, यहाँ पे उसका कोई नहीं है, जितना भी रहे उसको बराबर मिल जाए पैसा।
जो आप अपील किए हैं, सरकार जो अपील की है कि 5 लाख रुपए कुछ ऐसा, या उसका जो इंश्योरेंस है या और जो उसका क्लेम होता है उसको पास करवा दी जाए, यही अपील है हम लोग से।
और ऑन ड्यूटी था उसको पेट्रोल पंप वाले भी देना चाहिए कुछ उनके बच्चे के लिए कि हाँ ठीक है ऑन ड्यूटी पे एक्सपायर हुआ। बाकी जो सरकार दे रही हो तो सरकार अपनी आम आदमी को भी दे रही है ना। जो पेट्रोल पंप के ओनर है वो सर भी उनको भी देना चाहिए कुछ कि हाँ भाई उसके बच्चे का और वाइफ के लिए कुछ तो लेके जाओ।
All right, there you heard from the relatives of The victim, the deceased here, they are seeking compensation, they are seeking all the support and help, and also demanding action against government or railway officials who've been responsible for this. Of course, this is tragic. A 23-year-old man who had a 3-year-old child passing away. He was in fact on duty at that petrol pump when that particular hoarding came crashing down. Meanwhile, we also spoke to several other family members of deceased and some who were injured in the hospital as well. Let's listen in. आप कल वो पेट्रोल पंप में से आए थे, बताइए एग्जैक्टली क्या हुआ?
मैं 4 बजे के टाइम में काम ख़त्म करके आ रहा था, पेट्रोल मेरा ख़त्म हुआ था गाड़ी का, मैं पेट्रोल डालने के लिए आया, तो पेट्रोल जैसा डाल के हुआ ना, अचानक हवा वगैरह तेज़ चालू हो गया और बारिश गिरने लगा। मतलब बारिश गिर रहा है बोल के मैं बोला थोड़ा देर रुक जाऊँ साइड में बोल के मैं उधर बाजू में ये हो, तो उतने में जो है बाजू में जैसा मैं गाड़ी करके लगा के खड़ा ही रह गया, तो उधर बहुत ज़्यादा हवा चलने लगा, तो अचानक वो होर्डिंग गिरने के जैसा लग रहा था, तो मैं और थोड़ा साइड हो और देखो तो सडनली गिर गया तो उसमें 2 सेकंड के अंदर कुछ मालूम ही नहीं पड़ा अचानक।
और आपको कब रेस्क्यू किया? तुरंत रेस्क्यू?
उसके 10-15 मिनट के बाद में फिर मैं कैसा पत्रा वित्रा हटा के फिर मैं खुद आया बाहर, फिर उसके बाद फिर लोगों भी और आए, फिर बाद में रेस्क्यू टीम फिर बाद में आई सब।
आपके भाई का डेथ हुआ, आप बताइए एग्जैक्टली क्या हुआ?
वो मेरे भाई का वो था, गैस भराने गए थे, वो लाइन में लगे हुए थे, तभी वो ऊपर से गिरा, बारिश हल्का हुआ, बारिश होने के बाद वो गिरा, उसके ऊपर ही गिरा, ऑटो भी दब गया, वो भी खत्म हो गया।
तभी इमीडिएटली उनको इधर लेके आए या
नहीं? वो पुलिस वाले लेके आए, पुलिस वाले उधर जाने ही नहीं दे रहे थे। हाँ। पुलिस वाले इधर लेके आए तो हम लोग फ़ोन किए तो फ़ोन पे स्विच ऑफ बता रहा था, तो पुलिस वाले बोले हॉस्पिटल जाओ, राजावाड़ी जाओ, वहाँ पर पता करो तो वहाँ पता चलेगा। तो हम लोग आए, इधर पता किए तो फोटो दिखाए तो बोले हाँ ये बॉडी है, गॅस भराने
5 लाखाचा पॅकेज जाहीर केला, त्या 5 लाखाच्या पॅकेजमध्ये आयुष्य होणार आहे का? तो आज आमचा भाऊ गेलाय, आज मेरा भाई गया है, मेरा कज़न भाई गया है एक गांव का, उसका 10वीं की एग्ज़ाम दिया है और एक घर में ही है, तो 5 लाख का पैकेज में उसका पढ़ाई हो जाएगा क्या? वो घर काम करते हो, भाड़े के झोपड़पट्टी में रहते, 5 लाख के पैकेज में उनका क्या होगा? सरकार ने ये जाहिर करना चाहिए कि वो बच्चे लोग को कुछ सरकारी नौकरी दे दो, कुछ उनका भविष्य कुछ ना कुछ होना चाहिए। 5 लाख जाहिर करके कुछ होता है क्या? और 5 लाख जाहिर करने के बाद उसको भी 6-7 महीना जाएगा, उसका भी कुछ प्रोसीजर है, और वो बोर्ड 40/40 का परमिशन था, फिर भी 120 कैसा परमिशन किधर से मिला? और इतना होल्डिंग का पूरा पेट्रोल पंप झक गया है, इतना बड़ा होल्डिंग है वो, और होल्डिंग ने और सरकार ने कुछ जो इतना मौत हो गई उनके फैमिली का 5 लाख देके कुछ होगा नहीं है, वो बच्चे लोग को सरकारी नौकरी कुछ मिलना चाहिए।
That's right, Gargi. We heard all of these victims' family members. Very, very unfortunate. Something that's unheard of. No accountability whatsoever. And as far as the FIR is concerned, FIR has been registered against the owner of this ad agency. In fact, this particular individual has multiple cases against him, 23 cases against him, including a case of rape. And there were multiple violations that he had committed, in the past, based on which his earlier company was blacklisted. Despite that, in 2021, the permission being given to him is something that is clearly unacceptable. But at this point, nobody really willing to take responsibility. BMC saying we didn't have the authority to give permission. Railway saying it was the previous commissioner who gave the permission to this particular individual to erect this hoarding. So yes, clearly individuals passing the buck, and as a result, it is the innocent lives that are getting lost because of negligence.
Right. Thanks so much, Radhika, for joining us. And absolutely right that even if this Bhavesh Bhinde, who is the ad agency owner, had 23 cases, how was he allowed to, continue putting up these illegal billboards? Thanks so much for joining us there, and we'll continue to track this story. But moving on to the big political news of the day, and the Aam Aadmi Party is, in fact, this is a news involving the Enforcement Directorate. The Aam Aadmi Party will be made an accused in the alleged liquor policy scam, which has seen 3 of its key leaders, including party chief and Delhi Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal, land behind bars. The Enforcement Directorate informed the Delhi High Court today this will be the first time that a political party will be made an accused in a case. Well, let's go across to Aishwarya now for more. And Aishwarya, give us more details. What does this now mean, and when will this matter be taken up in the court?
Well, the sources in the Enforcement Directorate clearly telling us that it would be on Friday or before that the charge sheet will be filed, and this would probably be last charge sheet in the alleged Delhi liquor policy case, in which the Enforcement Directorate is going to make Aam Aadmi Party an accused, and this would be for the very first time unprecedented in itself as far as a political party being made accused in any of the cases. Now remember, it is to be noted that the Delhi High Court recently, while dismissing the petition of Arvind Kejriwal who challenged his arrest, the Delhi High Court at that point of time stated that any political party can be brought in purview of the PMLA Act. It has been stated that the definition of a company as far as section 2F of the People's Representation Act clearly states that any association of individuals or people can relate to a company. On the other side, under the section 70 of PMLA also states that association of individuals can be made as company. Now, Enforcement Directorate from day one has been saying that they are considering Aam Aadmi Party as a company and Arvind Kejriwal as its CEO. Now, the entire helm of the business is done by directors and CEO, and therefore the reason perhaps the Enforcement Directorate is making Aam Aadmi Party as an accused. This will make a huge repercussions as far as the political party being an accused is concerned. Enforcement Directorate can go ahead and can seize the assets of the political party. Enforcement Directorate can go to Election Commission of India and ask ECI to de-recognize a political party, and if this happens, then it would be a big trouble for Aam Aadmi Party.
So another blow for AAP. Thanks so much, Aishwarya, for joining us with those details. And the other big political story of the day, Prime Minister Modi filing his nomination from Varanasi. He was accompanied by a phalanx of senior leaders from the BJP as well as its alliance partners. And this is the third time the Prime Minister will be contesting this seat, and it was an opportunity to show the strength of the NDA.
Prime Minister Narendra Modi filing his nomination from eastern UP's Varanasi for a hat-trick bid, both as Kashi Ka Lal and the prime ministerial face of the NDA. The constant was prayers to the Ganga, this time at the iconic Dashashwamedh Ghat, and blessings of Kal Bhairav at the iconic Varanasi temple. The Prime Minister was accompanied by a galaxy of party leaders and those from the NDA coalition, who felicitated the Prime Minister and walked with him after he filed the nomination.
Return 400 Par slogan makes sense because, as I said, in 2019 we had done an analysis of how many beneficiaries or labharthis there were of the central yojanas. We came to the conclusion 22 crore. Madam, today, we look back at 2019, we got 22 crore 90 lakh votes. Now if you do an analysis of all the labharthis, you know, PM has delivered on every front.
A sentiment in India throughout, right from here, Varanasi to every corner of the country, is towards victory of the NDA under the sterling leadership of Prime Minister Modi.
Maharashtra is being seen as a huge challenge. Maharashtra in particular is being seen as a huge challenge.
Everybody sees Maharashtra as a challenge, but I can assure you, what you see here is no different in Maharashtra.
Like the previous two times, the Prime Minister's proposers balanced caste equations, crucial on any Uttar Pradesh seat. His pick of proposers was also a story in itself. Pandit Gyaneshwar Shastri led the Pran Pratishtha and suggested the auspicious time for it, and others were local Sangh workers from the OBC and SC communities.
Mr. Modi is seeking a third consecutive term from the BJP bastion. The party has managed to win the seat 8 times since 1991. with only R.K. Mishra of the Congress in 2004 managing to break the stronghold.
This time around, the Prime Minister's rival is Congress's Ajay Rai. Mr. Rai contested in 2019 too and got 1.52 lakh votes and a vote share of 7.04%.
के बड़े से बड़े नेता, प्रधानमंत्री से लेकर आपके जो सांसद हैं, जितने भी ये नेता हैं, उनको ये एहसास नहीं है कि आपके प्रति कोई जिम्मेदारी है, कि जवाबदेही है. चुनाव में कह देंगे और चुनाव के बाद भूल जाएंगे.
As Prime Minister Modi seeks his third term from Varanasi, for many in the temple town, it is brand Modi that matters.
Varanasi will vote in the 7th and the final phase of Lok Sabha polls, that is on June 1st. In 2014, Mr. Modi won by a margin of 3.72 lakh votes. But that rose to 4.8 lakh votes in 2019.
Varanasi will vote in the 7th and final phase of this election on June 1st. In the 2019 poll, Mr. Modi won by nearly 4.8 lakh votes. A big jump from the 3.72 lakh winning margin 5 years earlier. With Danish Punjabi, Usama Shah for NDTV.
And finally, a special report. One doesn't have to be born with disability. Disability, whether temporary or permanent, can come into our life at any point in time. And that is what happened with Anoop and Nehal. The Samarth by Hyundai initiative in partnership with NDTV is focusing today through their story on mobility and how disabilities needn't restrict the lives we lead.
I was on the passenger seat and the car just went off the road, and because of the height, the impact was on my spine. But when they took an X-ray, they realized that my spinal cord had fractured, and due to that, there is a paralysis below the waist.
40-year-old Anoop Chandran and 36-year-old Nehal Thakkar have been married for over 6 years. They met while they were both recovering from near-fatal accidents.
मेरा एक्सीडेंट अभी 2003 में हुआ था, निहल का 2005 में. बोथ हम लोग दोनों का तो कार एक्सीडेंट था. तो इट वाज ऑन ये जो पाम बीच रोड है, पाम बीच रोड पे न्यू बॉम्बे में एक्सीडेंट हुआ था, जिसकी वजह से हमें स्पाइनल कॉर्ड इंजरी हुई थी. डेट्स हमारे कोइंसिडेंटली सेम थे और हमारे व्हीकल्स सेम थे वो टाइम पे. तो जो हमारा कनेक्शन पॉइंट था बिकॉज ऑफ ये इंजरी एंड कॉमन फैक्टर्स जो आए हमारे एक्सीडेंट में.
Today, Anoop and Nehal look back on a difficult time, coming to terms with a new way of life and a new identity as wheelchair users.
It took time. No, honestly, it took time, but we have to realize that any situation you have to come out of it. If you get stuck to that, then you will not move forward. So first 2 years.
First 2 years, सब लोग ने इतना rigorous physiotherapy किया कि there was a hope कि अगर इतना वॉक करेगी नेल तो मसल्स तेरे स्ट्रॉन्ग होंगे, मसल स्ट्रॉन्ग होंगे तो यू कैन वॉक. देन इनिशियली मेरे को रियलाइज हुआ कि स्पाइनल कॉर्ड में देयर इज अ गैप. मैं कितना भी थेरेपी करूँ, कुछ भी कर लूँ, बट एक मोमेंट पे आके आई हैव टू एक्सेप्ट कि ये दिस इज द सिचुएशन.
As working individuals, with Nehal running an event management company and Anoop working at Standard Chartered Bank, both of them have considered various mobility options.
Independent होने के लिए I started finding out solutions. So I took a calipers which I wear on my legs to climb down. Then I modified my vehicle to move around the city.
Nehal and Anoop got a hand kit fitted in their car to help them drive.
We had taken the cars from Hyundai, but ये modifications RTO approved होते, तो Hyundai ने help किया था हमें कि they took the vehicle to the person who was fitting it from RTO. उन्होंने fitting कराई थी. हमारे लिए तो basically accelerator और brake modify करना पड़ता था कि accelerator and brake we are not able to use the ones which are in the foot. तो हमारे लिए handle बनाए थे, तो which if you pull it, it will accelerate. If you press it, it will brake. So that is the main modification which was done, due to which I am able to drive now to work and everywhere.
Anoop and Nehal haven't let their disabilities or their environment disable them. And this is the advice they have for others as well.
But I keep trying to push everybody, get your car modified, please start working, at least get out, you do your business or you work. जो भी करना है, but be visible in the society so that everybody can see this is possible.
All right, well, that's it from me for the moment. Up ahead, our special election show from Benares on the ghats there with Maria.
Yes, Tanima, the atmosphere here is certainly electric. We will be joined by people of Varanasi to get their views as their MP has filed nomination papers and he is seeking re-election. What is the Modi phenomenon? What is it what does it actually mean for people of Varanasi? We'll try and decode it in the next few minutes.